Afternoon to Eric. This session is about BHEL initiative. The speaker is Amitabh Jha. We have 1 hour for this session. The last 15 minutes will be for Q&A. I'm Vara, I'm your anchor. And let me straight away go to introducing Amitabh Jha. Our own Amitabh, a professional member of ISABS, is a senior DGM in the corporate L&D department of BHEL, one of the most successful and largest engineering and manufacturing companies in India. Amitabh has over 22 years of experience in various tasks pertaining to strategy, HR, OB, TQM, and has worked in many cross-functional teams. A topper from XLRI Jamshedpur, he has published many articles in national and international journals. Pfeiffer Annuals, Smart Manager, The Professional, etc. And he has presented many papers in international and national conferences. He's a certified Brian coach. Now, he has been a faculty also, a faculty resource in various management and behavioral topics in 2 senior bureaucrats and technocrats in different programs at IIM Lucknow, Kanpur, ASCII Hyderabad, MDI Gurgaon, etc. Amitabh has brought a lot of new laurels to his organization. Now, under the theme Beyond Barriers, Co-Creating in Complexity and Adversity, we will have Amitabh share about a great initiative that has happened in his company, BHEL. And may I request you to post your questions in the chat or wait for the Q&A session in the end of the session, which will be 15 minutes before we close. So over to you, Amitabh.
Thank you, Vara. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your kind words. So, respected delegates, experts, thinkers, practitioners, academicians, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good morning, namaste. It's indeed a golden opportunity to present paper in ISABS Golden Jubilee. It's a treasured moment for me as an individual, as well as a representative of a great organization called BHEL. At the outset, I must thank 2 persons who advised me to present this paper, Sushma and Kirod. Actually, I was a bit tentative looking at the names and, big names, in fact, who have come here. But then when I shared the work, what we have been doing for the last 10-12 months, both of them suggested that it must be part of ABS Summit. So here it is, thanks to Sushma and Kirod. The credit for this work goes to 2 institutions who are so close to my heart. ISABS, for giving those rich, powerful insights, ideas, concepts with regard to micro and macro interventions, and BHEL, of course, for giving space, opportunity, and freedom to learn, experiment, share, and grow. I'm also conscious of the fact that at this moment, I'm just a representative of 30,000 plus employees who are part of this initiative called Connect, Collaborate, and Create. So with that, let me start our presentation. I hope it is in front of you. And let me put it in. Yeah. So when we start talking about this whole initiative, a large scale intervention about which Vara was mentioning, let me take you to the context. And from there we build up and we share what this whole work has been all about. So year 2022 has been tough for all of us, entire globe. The very term VUCA, which we have been using for a long time, now the term VUCA itself has gone for a change, and now people are talking about VUCARD. So the VUCA term has become VUCARD. In fact, it is not VUCARD also. Now they are saying it VUCARD square. So D square is for digital disruption. 2020 was for BHEL, we had declared it as a year of transformation. And when we said year of transformation, a lot of initiatives were taking place in the organization and in different functions, in different departments. So whether it was quality or HR or finance or strategy or purchase, materials, shop floors, sites, multiple initiatives were taking place in the organization. In fact, our theme for BHL Learning Week, and I'm glad to share with the house, we had Dr. TV Rao who came last year to share his insight in our BHL Learning Week. Our theme was opportunity in the face of diversity. Just a second, I'm facing some problem in my laptop. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Nothing is coming on my screen. Give me a moment, please. Laptop has completely gone blank.
Amitabh,
sir, if it's possible, you can stop sharing, and then once the system responds, you can start sharing again.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. So I was here. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, so that year's theme for BHL Learning Week was opportunity in the face of adversity. And when we look at ABS themes, we have 3 themes, in fact. So beyond barriers, emerging trends, and continuity in change. So this particular paper falls under the first category. And let me share what it is all about. Next slide. So this was the theme of BHL Learning Week last year, and organization was going through, of course, tough times. And the idea was how we can look at different opportunity, different possibilities. And the discussion for this entire work, what I'm going to now share with you, it started during this event. And we, of course, we had Dr. Rao also, who presented his perspective with regard to HR. Next. So the origin of 3C now, and I want your attention here. So as sharing, last year, 2019 onwards, as a company, we have been going through tough times. Multiple initiatives were, of course, taking place, and what we could sense that different voices of employees. The L&D function is not just about organizing training program, but also about, can you sense this signal, what is happening in the organization? So 2 things, what was actually emerging was, number one, people were very curious to understand what is the organizational roadmap as a company, where we are moving, what is our destiny, where is our future? And number 2, what is my role into it? So if organization is transforming and different initiatives are taking place, where do I fit into that? Now, to validate this, we had multiple rounds of discussion at different levels across organization with different groups. And we felt that there was a need for an intervention to reach out to people. There was a need to create a connect. But when all this was happening, we still had few voices, and there were people who were saying that, can we do it? Is it the right time to do? What will you gain from it? So on the one hand, there was a need coming that people wanted kind of clarity, wanted their role clarity also. And of course, this naysayers that, is it the right time to do? Next slide. So the most important part in this whole discussion was that we need to define our objective, and we need to be clear with regard to the ownership. So what is the objective of the whole intervention? And we had Edgar now, we had Khandwala Sahab that day talking about, OD intervention. And the second piece was with regard to ownership. Also, what is going to be the end point and who shall initiate it? In any organization, this becomes very important. So who is going to be the initiator? So the goal clarity and role clarity was very, very important. At the same time, looking at 20,000 plus workers and supervisors. We were very clear from the beginning that the goal and objective is it must be easily understood by a shop floor level worker. So it's not only that, you know, L&D group or the strategy group or senior professionals, officers of the company, they know what this objective is and what is the whole intervention about. The language must be simple for a common employee, a common worker to understand. Next. So after series of discussion with seniors, series of discussion with our HR heads, HRD heads, we figured out that the whole objective, what we are talking here right now, it must be spelled out as clearly as possible. So we had these 4 objectives, what is in front of you. To share with employees the organization's journey and current challenges. So what has been the whole journey of BHEL and the kind of challenges what we are facing right now. To share with employees the recent initiatives and what is being envisioned for tomorrow. And people really wanted to know what this whole transformation is all about. To reaffirm vision, mission, values of the company. And to encourage employees for taking extra effort in creating BHEL of tomorrow. So the objectives of the entire intervention was spelled out in a simple, clear manner so that people can understand. Now, having thought about it, the idea was, how shall we name it so that people can really understand it? Next slide, please. So we had a detailed brainstorming session, having people from different functions beyond HR and L&D. And we started looking at the naming ceremony. So what shall be the possible name for this intervention? So some of the options what emerged in front of us was as you can see in the next slide. So the idea was, the very purpose was, we are trying to reach out to people. And when we are trying to reach out to people, the first option which came was let's connect. So let's connect be the name of the initiative. There was another school of thought and they said that our organization, our future, company is going through challenging times. And the whole intent of this intervention is we are creating a new future. So our organization, our future. Third option, creating a powerful BHEL. Fourth one, BHEL 2030. How do we look at ourselves 10 years down the line? Next, my company, my identity. Another option was, let's talk. Together we are going to create a mighty BHEL. And the last option was connect, collaborate, create. And after doing several rounds of discussion, we had the final one. Can we have the next slide? So what emerged was connect, collaborate, create, and we called it Project 3C. So from here comes the naming done and the objectives done. At the same time, we were looking at a parallel study was going on in the company. And of course, the work of Dr. T.V. Rao, Uday Parikh, Edgar, and all these stalwarts, we were doing a parallel study that any organization where large-scale intervention has taken place, any organization where change and transformation-related work has taken place, what are some of the important pointers? So around a month's study by some 5-6 of us, that study shared that 5 things were very, very crucial. Number 1, developing a shared vision and creating a sense of urgency. And it emerged that it must be a very, very basic requirement for any change and transformation process. Second, providing a direction and igniting optimism help employees during the transition times. Third, and very important, involving frontline employees is critical in any change initiative. So we may have a lot of plans and ideas and strategies, but if we can't involve frontline employees, the change initiative is really not going to do wonders. Fourth, another very important aspect, listening to different voices is as important as it leads to trust and respect. And we have talked about listening part today also, yesterday also. And fifth, communicating in an engaging, facilitative way with clarity and confidence boosts the morale of employees and it helps in transformation journey. So while we were looking at our objective of Project 3C, Connect, Collaborate, Create, we were also doing our parallel study that what kind of insights what we were getting. Next. Lakshmi, next slide, please. Yeah. So having framed our objective, now the key important pointers before us was few more rounds of discussion with top management, and their buy-in was very important. And after doing that, glad to share with the House that on 25th November, the first formal communication with regard to this initiative was sent by Director HR of the company to all the unit heads. So when I'm talking of unit heads, I'm talking of different units with Haridwar, Bhopal, Trichy, Ranipet, these different units of BHEL. That letter also talked about that for this whole initiative, there has to be team formed, and the team must be formed from both the sections, not only HR person, but also from the strategy and the planning and development department. And the idea was to get nominations. We just gave 3-4 days time. By 28th November, can we get the nominations? You'll be happy to know that even before the last date, 27th, there is a typo error. TV sir is right. There is a typo error. It is 2020. So even before the last date, by 27th November 2020, we had the core team in place. Sir, thanks for pointing out. It's right. So we had core team in place. A WhatsApp group was formed, and we started working on the implementation part. We were also very keen that we must have a banner to reach out to 30,000 plus employees. In fact, to be precise, that year, 2020, when all this thing was going on, the exact workforce strength was 32,367. And we wanted that even before this whole thing happened, people must understand what this whole project is all about. Next slide. Lakshmi, I need your help. Yeah. So in this size and scale, as you'll be looking at these presentations from now onwards, 3 things were very, very crucial. Support of top management, and their buy-in, their support is very, very crucial, very fundamental from that time till now. The whole approach has been an inclusive approach, that how we can bring everyone together in this entire journey. It's not only, it must not be seen as a corporate initiative. And high energy, high focus from 2020 till now. Next slide. So with naming an objective and team formation done, it was time for the banner. And the idea was to communicate to employees about this initiative. The idea was to ignite interest even before people come for interaction. So that was the idea, that how can we really ignite interest in employees' mind even before they come for interaction. Next slide. So we had these options, and all this was internal creation. We did not hire any consultant to do this work. So we had these 4 options trying to figure out what shall be our banner for this entire work. You know, top left option, what you see here, this big C with handshake and this bulb, left brain, right brain. Many of us, we thought that this must be the banner. But when we started looking at these options from the lens of a worker, a supervisor, we realized that the banner must be simple one, rather than something, you know, to have, you know, very creative idea. Banner must be something which is very appealing, simple, yet effective. So the banner, what we finalized was coming in the next slide in front of you. And this was the final banner, what we created for this initiative. Connect, collaborate, create, and in Hindi we call it Sampark, Sahyog, Srijan. Now, Lakshmi, next slide. Now in the banner, the key spirit was, it must be owned by all. So you will notice that in the banner, nowhere we have mentioned corporate initiative or L&D initiative or HR initiative. Nowhere it is mentioned. And we were also very clear that looking at our worker supervisors and employees profile in which we have Telugu, we have Kannada, we have Tamil, different employees segment. It's not enough to have only Hindi and English banner. So what we created is in front of you. Lakshmi, next slide. So we had a banner which was beyond Hindi English, and for the first time in the shop floor in Trichy, in Ranipet, in Hyderabad, people were able to see a banner which was in their language. And nowhere in the banner we were talking about whether it is HR initiative, corporate initiative, or L&D initiative, or strategy initiative. So something which is owned by everyone, and no one is claiming that it is, Department A or Department B's initiative. It must be owned by everyone. Next slide. Now, having done that, the key task before us was what to communicate and how to reach out to people. And we started deliberating on that. Next. So the first starting point of our discussion was once on 27th November 2020, when our this WhatsApp group was formed and the team was in place. We had our first meeting with the core group, and we started talking about the broad idea, the template, what must be the segments, and how to drive this whole initiative. We had a few colleagues who had their apprehensions, their dilemma, that is it really going to work? In the past, we have so-and-so experience. We had similar initiatives, and when we reach out to employees, what kind of voices they are going to say, whether people will really like it or not. Lakshmi, next slide. So after 3 hours of very intense discussion, and none of the views or ideas were rejected, in fact, we listened to each and every idea. There some consensus points emerged in the core group, and after those 3.5 hours of marathon discussion. Number one, involvement of top management, both at the unit level and the corporate level. We need to really take care of that. Number two, everyone agreed that there is relevance of this initiative. Third, the template in which we share themes with employees, there must be a common template for sharing the whole concept and the idea. Fourth, there must be real-time information and data. Many of you who have worked in a large organizational setup, you must be knowing that many times the input and the information what reaches to a last level worker, quite often it reaches from unions. And why not we share the real-time information and data about the company? And the last consensus point was proper coordination among all the team, whether it is corporate team or unit team or department team. So these were our consensus points. Lakshmi, next slide. Come 2021, and we were entering a year of decisive action. That's how the company had declared, and we had to keep that also in mind. Now we started working on the different segments. So how we are going to reach out to people and what we are going to communicate. Next slide. So this was the template what we created to reach out to our 30,000 plus employees. And again, you will notice here on this template, nowhere we have mentioned about any particular department. And the idea was to create that kind of feeling inside the minds of our colleagues that they must start owning up this whole initiative. The moment we say any particular department's name, some kind of distancing starts happening. Now, what was the theme? What was the topic on which we are going to share? Next slide. So we had 6 segments, and these 6 segments we started working. Number one, the nation's leading PSU. So the idea was when we reach out to employees, we must share with them how this company has contributed in the nation's journey. Number two, the current challenges what we are facing as a company, Number 3 is recent initiatives and potential ahead for this company. Number 4, my unit, my region. So it's not enough to talk about what is happening at the corporate level, but what is happening in each of these units. What is happening in Bhopal? What is happening in Haridwar? What is happening in Ranipet? What is happening in Jagdishpur? Even that is not enough. Segment 5 was what is happening in my department, my function. To that level of detailing we need to do. So, I mean, when I'm looking at what is happening at the macro level in my department, let's say I'm working in quality, let's say I'm working in engineering or in the purchase department in Ranipet unit in one of the, let's say in one of the sections. In my function, in my department, what is happening? And the last but not the least, what are my views and what are the BHL values? So these 6 segments were created. The idea was that for the first 3 segments and BHL values will be common. And the next 3 segments, it has to be unit and region specific. So it required a lot of homework and we started working on this. In fact, the initial thinking started in October itself, but November, December and January, almost 3 months time, and it was really very, very tough in terms of really working on these different 6 segments, back and forth, how much to share, what to share, why not to share this. For example, when we look at nation's leading PSU, in the last couple of years, many new employees who have joined BHL, it was very important to share with them. You know, for example, BHL has been leader in quality circle movement in India. BHL happens to be one of those institutions from 60s, 70s onwards who have placed high value with regard to the learning and development itself. Participative management culture, we have since 1973. I mean, even the new employees who have joined, they must get idea about it. Apart from, you know, BHL's contribution in ISRO, BHL's contribution with so many different technical areas. So each segment must be rich. Each segment must be inspiring. At the same time, each segment must tell the real picture, whether it is tough time, and if it is a tough time, what we are going to do about it. Lakshmi, next slide. Next. This previous slide, few things have not come. It has not come. Lakshmi, can I share? Yeah. Lakshmi, can I share from here?
You can share now, sir.
If you can stop, then I'll share from here because.
Please.
Yeah, let me do that.
Amitabh, we also have a time constraint. We are at 5:17.
Yeah, I'll do it. I am aware of that.
You may have to give
Absolutely.
us all, but speeden it up.
Lakshmi, I think you will have to do because there is some problem here. Let me try once again. Let me try once again. Are you getting now?
Yes, we're able to see. You can go full screen. We're able to see that text as well.
Yeah, can you see now?
Yeah, we can, Amitabh. Proceed.
Yeah. So this is the process part which I wanted to share with the house, and this is very important piece. So we decided that the inaugural session must be done by the top management, and in the units, after the session is inaugurated by unit heads, we were very clear and firm from the beginning that these interactive sessions must not be done less than the DRO. So DRO is basically direct reporting officer. And after unit head, DRO is the senior most person. So we were very clear from the beginning that these sessions, when employees come to participate, it will not be delegated to any manager or senior manager level. So this was the structure in terms of how we are going to do about it. So 3 levels broadly, the mentors and the unit team and the corporate team. Now, when The product function head, what we are saying DRO, he or she must interact with his group. And he or she must share the macro picture and the micro picture. And the last part, what you see here is the most important. Listening to each and every employee and capturing their opinion. And that was the crucial part. Now, the question is, when employees are going to share, how we are going to respond. Now, not everyone is ISAP's professional member or has done course in, OBOD. So we shared few tips with our core team. And the basic tip was that when after you have completed your 5 segments, and when it is employee's turn to speak, none of us are going to stop him or her from saying whatever he or she feels like speaking. So we are not going to interrupt that employee, and we will just note down what he or she is going to speak. This was the basic instruction. There were some of us who said, but suppose he or she is going to speak like that, he or she is going to say something like that. We said, whatever it is, we will just listen to that person. Another question was that, can there be some areas in which a person is going to speak something? We said, yes, let's have something. So we created these 9 broad segments, and let's be ready with our list, what the person is going to speak, and we will just listen to that person's opinion, ideas in these 9 segments. And if there is anything else, there is also space for that. So any view of employees, any employee, any shop floor person, any manager, senior manager, anyone, any DGM, we started capturing their inputs in these broad segments. And you can see that these segments are quite rich in itself. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been our journey so far from Director HR's letter, which was sent on 25th November 2020. We had task forces in every unit and region. We worked on 6 segments. Honorable CMD of BHEL, he launched this initiative on 25th January 2021, and unit heads launched it in February 2021. You can see a few pictures here, and the central one you see this launch done by CMD of BHEL. A very interesting point to share with the house here, that for the first time when this initiative was launched, apart from executive directors and general managers, we also invited all the union members and representatives to be part of this initiative. And they were surprised that in such an initiative, which company is doing, and of course, Corona times, but we invited them, they had all the arrangements was done. And you can see these pics here, which is indicating to what extent this initiative was done. In fact, in one of the units, and you can see the picture of Bhopal unit here, we created a mobile van, and on that we mounted the large screen TV. And if employee cannot come to the hall, as in, conference halls because of COVID time, this van reached out in the shop floor, and you can see that how these sessions have been conducted. The idea was to reach out to 30,000 plus employees. So in our in-house journal, ACOM, we captured in this March edition all these units, whether it is Bhopal, Hyderabad, Haridwar, Goindwal, Bangalore, everywhere, what kind of these sessions, how it has taken place. And you can see those pics here. And not a single unit was left where employees have not participated in this session. Now, so what happened? Naturally, the question comes, I mean, you made all this arrangement and people have interacted, but what happened? Now, close to 10,000 of ideas came from employees, right? And we formed cross-functional teams at different units, different departments who studied these ideas for close to 2 months. And each and every idea was studied. And after that, it was the final, list was made, and it was looked by unit heads. And we had project teams who were formed, and they started working on these ideas. Glad to share with you that we have close to 1,145 of these projects running at this point of time, and we have not left it there. These ideas and these projects are being reviewed, and the last review was done last month, August itself. So we have a 3C dashboard ready. Because of second, COVID peak wave, we revised the short-term projects. We have defined the long-term and short-term projects. So short-term projects are defined by the completion of 30th May 21. That was the earlier time. And because of COVID, we had to revise. So we made it 20th August. And close to 80% of our short-term projects are already over. And long-term projects have been defined. The range is 20th February 22. We have supported project teams all through this, one-year journey. They had a series of interaction with seniors, worked in cross-functional teams. We arranged few sessions with industry and academia, and we have been sharing with them articles, research paper, and books. We also prepared, certificate of appreciation, and the people who have worked on this, they must be recognized, they must be felicitated. So what you see here is in front of you is this few pics from the felicitation ceremony at Trichy unit. So some of the teams who have really done remarkably well. We have something called this in-house journal about which I was talking, and you see here is September edition. From the October edition, we are going to create a new column in our in-house journal ACOM, and that new column is going to be 3C Change Champs. So the idea is teams who have done remarkably well, their stories must be published here. And the idea is cross-pollination of these ideas and how can we scale up. Few closing thoughts, I'm aware of the time. So some of the important points which has come in this whole journey is support of top management is very important, and we need to really work on that. Any such initiative, the way we pitch, the way we design, the way we plan, and how can we really involve top management, it's very, very important. Glad to share that this initiative, not only during the last October, November, but even now, CMD directors, their support is very, very important, and it is coming. This feeling that, yes, we have adverse times, we have challenging times, but it is possible. And that is something very, very important. Think, plan, and design properly before launch. Any large-scale intervention, OD intervention, thinking and planning is very, very important. That homework is very important. Proper team and continuous dialogue with the goal clarity and role clarity is again very important. Next point, we have experienced it, and I'm glad to share with the house that it's very important that we need to give focus and limelight to others. And it's important for us to be, behind the stage, and people who are really working in such kind of intervention across the units and regions, they must be given the limelight. Make people partner in the journey, and how do we make them partner in the journey is very, very important. Be open to new ideas, think ahead. Let me share with you this dashboard which we created, and that can give you some idea the kind of intervention we are talking about. Where is the dashboard? Just a second.
So you can click on share screen, the first option, and wherever you go inside the laptop, you'll be able to see.
Yeah, I'm trying for that. Just a second.
Sure. Take it.
Yeah, it has come. So this is our 3C dashboard. As you can see here, there is a recorded message of CMD, which was done on the inaugural day. The initial letter of Director HR is also placed here for anyone to see the reference. We have a Project 3C team, which is working on this. They are here. Some reading material, what we have shared with them, articles on large-scale intervention, innovation, if any team member wants to see. And as you can see, these are the different units of BHEL, Ranipet, Haridwar, and you can see here, we have at the bottom, you can see 1,145 projects in action. And that is something we are really proud about. So I think I'm in time. Vara, over to the house for any Q&A or any advice, any suggestion. Vara, you are mute.
Thank you, Amitabh. It seems a massive, massive intervention and so structurally, so meticulously planned. We have a few questions, Amitabh. Eric,
Yeah,
you raised the first question. Would you want to talk or should I read it for you? Okay. The first question that Eric had posted was about, you said on this as an endpoint. So Eric says, the endpoint, can such an initiative have an endpoint, or does this contradict the intention of connect, collaborate, create?
Yeah, actually, today afternoon, I was talking to one of the successful project team in Trichy unit, and I was requesting him that I'm waiting for your article to come in ACOM and it will inspire others. So he was saying that, can we have the next round of 3C in the coming month? So actually defining endpoint is very, very difficult. So not only that, I mean, it has also inspired us to look at this whole intervention. And we are thinking, I was talking to my GM last week, that can we think of a kind of innovation council in the company, people who have done work on this area and successfully implemented. And these projects are not small projects, some really, really important one, except for the projects where we need capital investment. Many of these projects are brilliant. So we are thinking of innovation council. We are thinking of how can we do more and more of cross-pollination. So I agree. So, defining that endpoint, very difficult.
On the same note, Eric has another question. He says, this is a very structured project. And how will you ensure that the drive that you have generated continues?
It is continuing. And the beauty is that my core team, they are coming up with new ideas and new thought processes. So it is not only owned by 1 or 2 persons. It is owned by some 50, 60 of us spread all over BHEL. And energy is still there. So we started this work sometime in October. Now this October, vibrancy and energy is intact.
Okay.
Can I just supplement that, please? Thank you, Amitabh. I really enjoyed that. Just one sentence of experience, that once we begin initiatives like this, especially on such a scale, they generate their own energy. And if I think of something like connect, collaborate, and create, I mean, this is surely what we want people to be doing all the time, not just as projects and then it's finished on the 31st of December or whenever it might be. It should be continuing as well. So that for me is one thing I've learned. The thing about a goal is, well, you achieve the goal and that's it, right? Close the book. It's the end of the game. You've won the match. As usually happens when India play England at cricket. They've won the match, that was the goal, it's over. And then the next one starts. But within an organization which is alive and it's continuously evolving by definition, if we think in terms of initiatives rather than in goals, then it remains open. So everybody is able to pick up the ball themselves and take the initiative themselves. It's one of the things I've learned over the years and which I try to do. So just wanted to,
Agreed. Yeah. In fact, many of these colleagues in different units, looking at this whole idea, the way they have started taking up, new things on their own, that's giving life to this whole movement. I will call it movement.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, Vinita has raised her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Amitabh. I mean, it's so heartening to listen how it is actually, and especially how we define OD. You have described the whole project as a whole intervention as a very classic kind of is there in the definition. It starts from the top, like you did all the beautiful tick marks, if I may say. My question is that during, I mean, it's been like humongous. Are there any stories from the from the, if I may use the, from the bottom of the pyramid side, where how it felt to people? What, like, for example, when your van went there, what was it like? Things like
I can share two stories, small stories, one from Jhansi unit and one from Trichy unit. So one north and one south, because it was part of our that article which came in Ekam. So let me read that line. So one artisan named Naresh Kumar, who is working in transformer winding section in Jhansi unit, he gave his feedback, which was so touching. So he said, such a real dialogue in 3C model at shop floor level is happening for the first time in my 34 years of service in this organization. And we need to continue this dialogue. So this word dialogue and this 3C was his word, an artisan's word. So one sample. Another sample, let me share from what happened in Trichy auditorium. And we had this presentation going on. A very, very senior level person was making presentation. And we had, let me share that. Yeah. So one senior employee of Trichy unit, who was also a faculty of the worker education program, he reiterated that whenever in the past our company has faced challenges as an organization, we have always survived, thrived, and grown stronger than ever before. He cited glorious legacy of BHEL and requested his fellow employees to rise up to the occasion as a family to tide over this present situation. He concluded by requesting everyone in the auditorium to clap along with him if they had faith and belief in the organization, and the entire auditorium reverberated with a thunderous applause. Just two, because considering the time, and Vara will say time up. So from the ground, many such things came, and the kind of feeling what it generated was, I mean, we never believed that something like this will happen. There have been occasions when people were in tears, and they said that for the first time, someone at such a senior level person is listening to me coming in the shop floor. One more point, I mean, I would like to share with the house. So when we formed these project teams, we were very clear that the person who has given idea must be part of the project team. And that's the best way to give recognition to him. So it's not that someone gave idea and he or she is not part of the team. So we said that person must be part of the project team. And, for that gentleman or lady, that was a big moment that I gave some idea sometime in, let's say, November. And after 3 months, after this deliberation is over, someone is inviting me in that room and telling me, can you be the part of this project team? And that was the big moment for that person. And those stories are not going to publish in in-house journal to reach out again to 30,000 plus people.
Thank you, Amitabh. Our VLK Sharma, yes, Mr. Jain, because you can unmute and then I will take VLK's comments on MECOM.
Okay.
Jain sir.
Hi, Amitabh. It's very nice to listen to you, and congratulations for this effort. As you may recall, some such thing has already been done by way of MECOM at Bhopal, and which continued for about 20 years.
Yes, sir.
And so I had some queries here, which I have listed. I don't think we have time to go into all that, but we can sometime offline, we can talk it out, and
Sure.
I have certain things to share on that, and those things are related to the next cycle, and then what happens to the commitment of people, and those things, what is happening to the suggestion scheme, which is rewarding employees, and now what happens to those rewards and things like that. But good, at such a level, this has been initiated. Mekong, when we initiated, we were 22,000 at Bhopal. Okay, good to listen to it. We can discuss and talk of
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely, sir, definitely.
Thank you, Mr. Jain. There are a few comments, Amitabh, on the chat,
Yeah.
and TV has said that if you have taken my views in your intervention, there must have been 30,000 views. So, would you want to comment on that?
Actually, in terms of there were views, but in looking at the different ideas, some there were commonality. So when we captured everything, so of course, core team members and department coordinators in every session, it was captured one by one. But when it was consolidated, the common ones, it was clubbed at one place. So 10,000 plus is what we got.
Yeah, TV has also said that if you had recorded all this data, then it'll be for further use, no? For later, if you have all this data kind of collated and kept, then it
is recorded. It is recorded. The entire, all these inputs which came from employees, it is recorded. I mean, recorded in terms of not the video recording, but recorded in terms of, in the Excel sheet, all these inputs are recorded.
The other question is, how is the commitment of employees being ensured? Did you have the second cycle of the project?
No, second cycle we are yet to begin.
That was my question, Amitabh. Okay.
Yeah. So second cycle we want to start only when we are through with the first one. Because when we are saying 1,145 projects, we want to first complete this, and then we begin the second one.
I think VLK has asked some more questions. So VLK, would you want to ask all your questions? I'm asking on your behalf. How are the employees likely to gain from the project, and in what terms?
So what we are doing first is that many of these projects, the projects are very, very different in nature. So it is about system improvement, process improvement, employee motivation. There are suggestions with regard to policy level changes, which we are finding a little bit difficult because for that different levels and layers of approvals, these things are required. So when it is about system and process improvement, it is directly helping that employee, number one. People who are completing these projects, they are being recognized by the top management, and this felicitation ceremony also, I mean, if you would have noticed that certificate, it is being signed by a unit head. So either executive director of someone of that level. So employees' recognition and motivation is taken care when that felicitation is happening. And of course, it has its own impact in terms of the employees' growth and promotion and all that. So someone who is working hard, someone who is contributing is getting recognized.
Thank you, Amitabh. Any more questions or comments?
Just a note, people have the ability to unmute themselves now, then they can directly ask the question.
Okay, fine. Or they can make their comments also, because I am seeing some comments on the chat box, but you can make the comment directly to Amitabh because we have another 3 minutes. Would you want to make any closing remark, Amitabh, because you have some time, since I hurried you in between because I was worried about the presentation, not getting.
Actually,
because I was wanting to know whether very low, I mean, let's say, I can't say low level, but somebody at the shop floor made a suggestion, and that has gone into a project, and he's very happy about it. Some story. I know it is confidential, but not the project, but how it went about is something that.
I was just sharing about that afternoon conversation. So there was someone an employee at the front level employee, shop floor worker, and he made a suggestion with regard to a particular machine and the way welding is being done, let's say.
Okay.
Now, seemingly a very simple idea, but the way it has been taken up, now that employee is able to say that if we have worked on this for last 2-3 months. Now, can this idea be shared with, let's say, counterpart in Haridwar, counterpart in Bhopal? You know, igniting the thought process of a frontline employee. I think that was something very, very important in the whole transformation journey. And I mean, thanks to our core group members and department coordinators, it has happened only because of them. I mean, it's not possible to do it from one place. It is only possible when it is being done through different levels of support and coordination and teamwork. And that is something I'm really proud about.
Yeah, as Vinita says, we all can see the passion and the pride on your face and in the manner in which you shared. I think it's a great initiative, and wishing you all the very best, Amitabh, to take it forward and to reach its logical conclusion. And as Eric and TV says, it's a continuous process. And
it is a continuous process. I agree.
We all wish you the very best. So thank you all. Thank you all for your presence. And thank you, Amitabh. Would you be, I think, can the event buddy put the schedule on the chat box for the delegates to choose where they would like to go, please? And thank you all. Thank you once again.